he gets to the rope. No. Dragging it back out to the center.
No. Unprecedented. Unprecedented. Via submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission and still Gold Rush Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Dylan Drake.
I felt I needed to initiate this little conversation with a little bit of a flashback. For those of you that possibly weren't there, for those of you that might have forgotten, or for those of you that are so out of the loop, you need to pay attention right here, right now. I got a little story for you. You see, I go on the internet, I check the dirt sheets, I look at the PWI, I look at the listings, I listen to everything everyone has to say. And all I keep hearing, all I keep seeing is how Dave Dutra is afraid of Drake Younger. Of how Dave Dutra doesn't have the balls to put the internet title up against Drake Younger because he's afraid Drake Younger might have contracted a little bit of disease in all those death matches. Well, guess what? I don't care what a pink-haired chicken has to say. It doesn't matter to me. All that matters to me is how Drake Younger, you're looking over me and you're looking past me, straight to Dutra. That doesn't sit well with the Golden Boy. No, no, no. I went online the other day, and what did I see? I saw the announcement for our matchup on September 7th at the historic APW Garage in Hayward. And all it said was Drake versus Drake 2. Well, guess what? APW, apparently you need a little bit of a history lesson too. The match I just showed you, that image I just showed you, was of Cauliflower Alley in Las Vegas, Nevada, where the Golden Boy put up his Gold Rush Heavyweight Championship against the psycho shooter, Drake Younger. And Drake, it was supposed to be your night. It was supposed to be your time in the light, Daddy, I know it. You were so pumped and excited to be there in front of all those fans in Vegas, in front of all those legends, all those people you looked up to, all those Les Thatchers, all those Nick Bockwinkel's. Well, guess what? Every single one of those legends in that house and every single fan involved saw one thing and one thing only. You tapping out to the Beta Breaker. They saw the true Golden Boy, the real Golden Boy, a real champion, standing tall that night. I digress. Monterey, California. A little bit later in the year. It's Drake versus Drake. Golden Boy versus Psycho Shooter. Monterey, California for the APW Internet Championship. And all of those fans in that crowd, they were chanting your name. The tables were turned. You were the champion this time. I was the challenger. Yeah, and you might have beaten me. You might have put the Golden Boy's shoulders down to the mat for the 1, 2, 3. Albeit with a little bit of help from homeboy Will Cuevas, the little hometown kid wanting to get a little bit of a shine for himself in Monterey, California, in front of all his friends and family. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter not one bit. You know why? It's not the first time I've lost. It won't be the last time I've lost. I know how to lose. But there's one thing I know how to do better than that, and that is win. So now that the story is clear, it's Drake versus Drake 3 on Saturday, September 7th. And this time, Mr. Younger, Psycho Shooter, Psycho Shooter, here's a shoot for you. I could care less about the names you say you faced than the names you say you've beaten. Yeah, you've pinned Daniel Bryan. I don't care. You've beaten Antonio Cesaro. I don't care. You've beaten Dean Ambrose. Who cares? I don't care. You know why? Because there's one thing, and one thing only you need to remember, is that the Golden Boy, Dylan Drake, when it counted the most, beat you. And not only did he beat you, Drake Younger, he made you tap out. He made you feel so much pain, apparently more pain than you felt in a real long time, little man, that you had no choice but to tap out in front of all your fans and legends. So on September 7th, you won't be looking by the Golden Boy any longer. You won't look past Dylan Drake. You've been itching to get inside the APW garage, and you have. You arrived, and now you're a champion there. Well, guess what? When you were watching Beyond the Mat, I was becoming Beyond the Mat. I am APW, and for the last 7 years, APW has revolved around one thing and one thing only, and that is the Golden Boy, Dylan Drake. And on September 7th, Drake Younger, I hope you have every single ounce of crazy you claim to still have inside of your body, because when the San Fran Psycho gets his hands on you, promise, Drake Younger, I promise, it doesn't matter what scar you're proud of the most, the one on the inside that you get after I make you tap out in the APW garage in front of my gym. That'll be the one that cuts the deepest and lasts the longest. Don't look past the Golden Boy, boys. Don't look past the Golden Boy.